Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I'm here today for a massive Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 news, information, and breakdown of the latest trailer as well as gameplay. We have a lot to talk about in this video, and throughout the rest of this week, we're probably going to be talking about a lot of stuff for Xenoverse 3 that got released since yesterday. An embargo was lifted, and we finally got to see our first look at gameplay, a bunch of new information with the story, how characters are going to be interacting with each other. There's so much to cover. So let's go ahead and start off with some of the stuff that DBS Hype posted, which we can trust as a very reliable source, because this is all coming from these articles, I guess, that got posted via like IGN and other news sources. That Summer Game Fest private event that they had basically this is like a follow-up to all that. Okay, this is us being able to see what they got to see, what they got to, talk about. And there was a interview with the producer, Hirano-san, who, originally produced the other two Dragon Ball games, if I recall correctly, right? Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2? It might have just been Xenoverse 2. I don't know if he actually did Xenoverse 1. I think he did. He was definitely part of it, right? But now he's kind of the general games producer, and this is the guy that we want to hear from, right? So this one is huge. And I would wait to see, obviously, at launch to see if this actually does get implemented. But this is a massive amount of information here. Xenoverse 3's producer, Masayuki Hirano, said, "The implementation of full crossplay across all systems is our absolute priority." Okay? So it's currently in the works right now. Here's the actual information here. Can you share any broad philosophies regarding your roadmap goals for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3? So Hirano-san says, "While I can't detail specific seasonal content, our structural vision is completely locked in." We are locked in, y'all. "The implementation of full crossplay across all systems is our absolute priority. We want to remove all platform barriers so that the global community can seamlessly log in, play together, and essentially live inside this realization of Age 1000. Again, massive, massive. We've been asking for crossplay for one of these games for so long. Dragon Ball The Breakers, which was kind of what we like to call like a testing grounds for Xenoverse 3 in a way, did actually get crossplay. Okay, so it's not crazy to believe that a game like this could get it as well, since they're kind of going that more MMO RPG route. There's a lot of big changes coming for this game compared to what we had in the first two, right? So it's in their best interest to make it more, connected, right, across all the consoles. Now, sometimes, that can be good and bad, right, with modders and stuff, and cheaters, but I feel like that's always going to exist, as well as the fact that there probably will be easy anti-cheat on this as well, so I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play out. We don't even know if it's going to be implemented at launch, but they are making it a top priority, as you can see what he says, okay? That's the absolute priority. So if they can get that working at launch, great. If not, we could see it in the future as a future, update. So I think that's a good sign right there that they have listened and, they are trying to keep things connected, right? So y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions about that, okay? So another big thing that was actually talked about is, shout outs to Endakuba, who actually attended the Summer Game Fest event. There's some stuff that we didn't get to see that they got to see, right? He confirms that the Saiyan custom character users get to experience this when transforming into Super Saiyan 3 and Xenoverse 3 too. So apparently there's more footage that creators saw, such as Super Saiyan 3 CAC transformation, but I suppose we'll see all this publicly later. Hopefully we will. I don't know if we will. I mean, obviously we'll eventually see it, but, I don't know if whatever they showed, okay, because I don't know how much was shown. I heard rumors that it was like a 20 or 30-minute showcase. It could be longer. I don't know the exact, specifics, but them seeing Super Saiyan 3, okay, is awesome, right? Because we know from what we saw in the trailer with John 1000 transforming into Super Saiyan, they get these new, fresh animations that are based off of kind of, stuff in the anime, right? He poses up like Goku for the first time. He charges up like Goku for the first time, but you see the hair turn green, okay, and flash green like it does in the Broly movie. So I think that's a really cool thing. Dynamic transformations, the hair spikes up and everything as well. There's hair physics, right? It's great. It's fantastic. So I'm very, very excited to see the original, like, Goku go Super Saiyan 3 for the first time, but for our custom characters. And, I mean, the way he's saying we get to experience this. If we actually see like the hair grow out and everything, that's gonna be huge, dude. Because like we normally like I don't even know how they're gonna be able to do that with all the different hairstyles, right? You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of different hairstyles that you're gonna have to see. Maybe it like glows into it, kind of like how Gotenks goes Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. Maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know, man. I'm very excited to see all the transformations, right? So let's move on to another big major thing. Producer Hirano confirms that there will be 20 to 30 hours of main story mode content. Okay, that is currently planned. That's pretty massive as well, right? I can't remember how long Xenoverse 2 was. I don't remember the story being very long. Obviously, if you include everything in Xenoverse 2 with... Did I say Xenoverse 2 or Xenoverse 3? My bad. With Xenoverse 2, if you include all the DLC, then yeah, the story mode is gargantuan, right? But obviously, we're not going to include that. This is base game related stuff. This is not, you know, extra DLC and updated stuff. So obviously, the main... base game story mode is what we want to know, right? So confirming 20 to 30 hours is pretty big, you know, for a game like this that's already going to be very massive on its own without the story, right? And again, we have no idea how the story is actually going to be playing out. I heard things about the time patrol just not even existing anymore, which, I mean, makes sense because this is so far into the future. Whatever's happening in Future Saga Chapter 4 likely is going to just completely erase the time patrol. So it does make sense, but I know there are going to be people that are not happy about that or disappointed by that. And I mean, let's be real. We've done the time patrol for over 10 years now, right? And I get that's, you know, a staple to the Xenoverse series. And I'm still confident that there's going to be some type of time related stuff for this game, right? The fucking logo has the gears and everything on there as well. Like it's still Xenoverse, so I mean there should be some type of stuff, and obviously they're not going to spoil what's going to happen in the story, so that could be a main big, you know, like plot point during the story, is that something related to time comes in, right? And I mean they have like the portals and stuff that they're using that you saw in like the actual gameplay from the showcase that we got, which was like 8-minute showcase. They're still going through portals and stuff, so it's like time still has to play a part, right? The time patrol itself, like the organization, the group and everything, is likely not coming back, right? And that's fine because we're basically doing the same thing, but we're the Great Saiyaman Squad, right? Or Corps, or whatever they call it, right? So I would say let's wait for more information. That's just what I saw from the same kind of like interview. Like there were tons of different interviews, and this is all official information, but we always want to take what is said with a grain of salt, because like sometimes they're put on the spot and they say things that can get a little bit misconstrued. So we'll wait to see the actual gameplay and how things play out, the actual like footage. When that gets released, then we can be like, okay, now I'm understanding what's going on, right? So, this is also big as well. Hirano's statement on whether GT or Daima characters or content will be in Xenoverse 3 or not. We will see characters or content from Dragon Ball GT. This is the question, by the way. Dragon Ball Daima crossing over into the game at launch. Hirano-san says, because our sandbox is rooted squarely in a brand new timeline within Age 1000, how we explicitly bridge the gap to past anime series and spin-offs is a closely guarded secret for now. Yeah, obviously, right? However, the future setting gives us a clean slate to incorporate elements elegantly, so stay tuned. Yeah, this game is definitely more original than anything. I don't think, and believe me, because I still keep seeing people say stuff like this, I do not think we're going to be fighting Raditz in the Goku and Piccolo fight for the 5 millionth time. I think that's done. I'm pretty sure that's done, right? I know that's in like every single game, right? And this game, it doesn't seem like this is the game that they're going to do it. This game seems like almost like a reboot for the Xenoverse series, even though it is a sequel, because we're starting from nothing now, in a sense, right? Like nothing from the Time Patrol, like none of that is there, right? Xenoverse 2 felt like a direct sequel, like not too long after Xenoverse 1. Because that's what it was. It was only a year released after. But even the story and how things played out, there was a lot of stuff that was still present, right? We got a new city, but it was clear that the Kantan city was built off of, you know, Toki Toki City. But with this game, we're like 200 years into the future, right? From the timeline of what we had in like Dragon Ball Z and all that shit, right? So there's going to be some, you know, not some, but there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of stuff that's just not there anymore, right? This is a fresh start for everyone, which is good, right? I think that's good because it's been so long. That's the thing. If this was only a few years after Xenoverse 2 release, then I can understand it being more connected and things being the same. But we have such a big jump, y'all. We are, you know, almost 2 console generations later, right? Even though this is going to be PS5 and all this stuff. You know, PS6 could be coming out, I don't fucking know, right? Next couple of years, right? Or something, I don't know. So I'm just saying, like, it's been so long, guys. 10 years. We're talking 10 years. At the end of this year in October is the 10-year anniversary of Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 3 has such a long, big, massive gap between the games, right? So it's like you can't expect a lot of the stuff to be exactly the same. You can see it from the gameplay and the models and everything. You can see that this is Xenoverse. Like, this is still Xenoverse, but they had to make some major changes and upgrades, right? To a lot of the content, the story, how things are going to play out. So I would definitely wait to see with GT and Daima related stuff. I'm trying to think if there has been super content because Gamma 1's in it, right? For example. But I feel like it's going to be going a lot of the original route. You saw a ton of newly revealed original characters, right? That they showed off in like models and things that were all from Toriyama that we saw in the very first trailer. So before we get into the actual gameplay breakdown of all that stuff with the newest trailer, which we're going to get into here in just a second, last thing I wanted to go over and take this with the smallest grain of salt. This is crazy, and I do think that this has some merit to it, but let's talk about this, okay? Because this was via an interview. To Retrial posted this. I haven't seen other sources confirm this, but this article claims that Xenoverse 3 will have 2 new races, Kaioshin, like what we saw with Rom, which is the confirmed name of the, I guess, Glen Demon Girl. I don't know exactly. I'm assuming she's a demon. And then a bio android. So it's like we didn't see anything on that, but yeah. Let's talk about this. So this is from an interview, I guess, or an article. I don't know. For those that may not know, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is set 200 years after the events of Z and 148 years after Xenoverse 2. It takes place in a whole new unexplored world called Age 1000, featuring much more futuristic advanced cities. You will be able to create a character with a ton of customizability and choose between various races, with BioAndroid and Kaioshin being newly added races. That's not confirmed, but I do think that would make a lot of sense because that's what we've speculated for the longest time. If they were going to add any new races, a demon race and a bio-android race would be the only 2 that I think would make the most sense, right? The previous 5 races are also getting deeper and expanded transformations. Excellent, if that is true. You're part of Great Saiyan Squad and you'll fight alongside allies throughout the story. So again, we had, I guess I have to go over this, but we have our confirmation that all the other races return. You can create your own character. Everything that got shown yesterday confirms that. For whatever dumb asses that were saying, oh, we're not getting CACs and shit, go find, I guess, another thing to be upset about, which I'm sure you will find. All right, let's go into the gameplay trailer. All right, guys, let's talk about the new trailer. I'm very, very excited to see what's going down with it. We're going to skip over here just a bit. We'll be rewinding and everything, our usual stuff. So, a voice calls out to you. This is the start of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, right? Oh, man. So, let's talk about the city real quick, man. It's huge. It's gargantuan. It's massive. It's beautiful. This is huge. I saw this might have been only one person I saw, but I saw somebody say, you have to be kidding me or something like that. Like, the city is not all that crazy. You're overreacting, because this was like via my reaction video. And he goes, Xenoverse 2 city was way bigger. I was like, people are just talking out of their ass at this point, dog. So this seems to be the start of everything. We've seen Bulma before. Oh, the drip, dude. The drip. So it looks like, I guess you start out before you join the Great Saiyan Squad, or Saiyaman Squad. This is the outfit that you get to wear. Hit up the mall. Look at that. The open world, dog. Got a coffee place, coffee house, tea house. I don't even know. So much. NPCs everywhere. Look at this, dude. So futuristic. And look at that. That's a main thing. Body types, right? We're getting more robust, expanded body types. It's not just going to be, oh, you got a little bit thicker, but you still have a lot of muscle. No, you can make yourself a fat fuck, right? You can make yourself thick as fuck with... I mean, you saw the... you saw the gameplay of Jane 1000. She was caked up, dog, on a Tuesday afternoon. That shit's crazy. We got these, like, almost Saiyan space pod type things. I'm not exactly sure what those are all about. Again, great new look at it. What does that say? Something Stars Cafe. Silver stars? 7 stars? I don't even know what that says, dog.
So why not join the GS squad?
So this is your introduction. We got Brett, who was confirmed the voice of Gumball, all right, from Amazing Gumball, actually voices Brett, so that's fucking awesome. So Brett, I guess he comes in through the story, and he thinks that, like, you're a thief or you're trying to, like, do some crazy shit to Bulma, I don't know. And then he comes and tries to beat your ass, and you're just like, whoa, what the fuck? He's definitely a influenced by Yamcha. And then we see the gameplay for the first time in this as well, which looks really good in my opinion. I think the gameplay is looking pretty solid. Try to rewind here. Let's see here. Let's see the gameplay again. First person, kind of cool. So he does like a dive kick there. I can't remember if that's a skill from Xenoverse. I mean, again, this, you can see it, and you can see the Xenoverse style of gameplay. So guards there. You have a clash.
I'll knock you right into next week, do you hear me?
Look at the facial animations and expressions on the custom character, dog. It's so good.
So, what do you say?
Now, here's something really interesting about Gamma 1. He's actually Gamma 1000. Look at the shirt. Look at the logo. So, I don't know if this is the same Gamma 1 and he just got upgraded, or if the other Gamma 1 got destroyed and they made a new one. I don't know, but it's basically just Gamma 1.
You still don't know
Look at this, dude. Stadium.
much about this world, right?
So much to explore.
I want to test you with a...
So that's actually pretty interesting over there. Looks like that is a giant Namekian. I could be wrong, but I mean, hey, the Grill Master 1000 is here. It's real.
Test you with a special mission. Bulma and I talked it over.
It looks like this is one of your first missions. You attend a school, West City University, so you are a student. The world that they have created for Xenoverse 3 it's just fucking huge, dog. Like, just like this, seeing this right here.
There,
Like,
we'll in a school.
like that's insane.
There, you will learn more about this world.
It's nice.
So we got a new character, which was shown in the very first trailer. Lilica, I think that's how you pronounce it. And then there's the guy who we thought is an android. We don't actually know, but that seems to be the same dude, right? So that's pretty cool that all those characters that were shown in there are actual, like, important characters. There's the chubby guy with the glasses. These are all students.
It's nice to meet you both. I'm Lilica.
Lilica.
Hey, everyone.
The GOAT ROM. Oh my god. Now that name in the community, in the Dragon Ball community, is not a great name. If you know, you know. But she looks awesome. She's absolutely beautiful. And I think that this is our Demon Race, like, placeholder character. Could be wrong about that. We'll see. But maybe all the speculation is actually true.
It's nice to meet you both.
She's very Videl coded.
Hey, everyone. It's rare to see new faces in this class. Love, nice to meet you.
Hey, Pac.
There's Tap. Now, there's been some speculation that this is a descendant of Bulma and Vegeta. He is very Vegeta-coded with his attitude and shit. I think he's got aura, man. I like this guy a lot. People are like, oh no, he has no aura. Like, dude, he's so fucking cool, man. The pompadour, I know because he's short, but it's like, dog, don't fuck with short guys. They fuck you up. He looks cool. By the way, the person that voices Tap is actually Okarun's voice actor from Dandadan. So that's really cool too.
We'll see who's laughing.
So yeah, he is a Saiyan. Now, the speculation on that, which I kind of just came up with myself yesterday, because his name is Tap. Tap root, which is a type of vegetable, like a carrot, for example, right? Or I think like a turnip. I think that's pretty cool as well. So there has to be a pun there. I don't know. We'll see. Here's the portal that I was talking about. Like, there has to be some time-related stuff on there. I could be wrong about that, but we got to team up. The gameplay does look to be, in my opinion, more of a fusion of Kakarot. The way that the impacts and the combos kind of flow, it very, very reminiscent of Kakarot to me. But it's like Kakarot and Xenoverse combined. I saw some people say, like, this game is like just Battle of Z. I was like, you gotta be insane, bro. Battle of Z was atrocious. It was clunky. It had a ghosting effect on the combos and shit. No. And just the movement was bad. That game was fucking awful, dude. This game, visually, I haven't even played it. I can tell you it looks nothing like that. So here is the very controversial thing that a lot of people didn't like, which is the soul switching mechanic. I don't mind it. I personally don't care for it. It's not something that I would see myself really using. Krillin is a big change there, by the way. Look at that. Very manga-accurate Krillin. He has the wide eyes, right? More modern Dragon Ball projects like Daima and Superhero are starting to give him the wide eyes. Keep in mind, that was how the original manga colored in his eyes, okay? I know people are used to the no sclera, right? And it's just like, which, that never made sense to me. But I mean, we're used to it, so I get it. I think it's more of a thing where it's like, it's kind of uncanny for us because we're so used to seeing him without sclera, right? But they also made him not like a chibi version. Like, I don't know what it is with, you know, Dragon Ball, like, but they've more, not recently, but just in general, they've been pushing this very, very chibi-fied looking Krillin. So it's nice to see Krillin looking like an adult. He's just a short guy, right? Like, this is just a short dude. Not, oh, this person is like just a straight up child. So it's nice to see him looking a little bit more proportional. We got, one thing I will say that's kind of funny about some of these, with these models. I mean, especially you see it with Tien.
Take your time.
Dude, the fingernails, man. The fingernails are very light colored. It almost looked like bro got a manicure. So shout out to Tien, he got his manicure. Got the Tri-Beam Vegeta's model. All these models look incredible. Facial expressions, everything is fire. Got the Gallic Gun first look. Beautiful transformation, reference to not only the Broly movie with the green coloration, but also Goku's pose, and then we have Kaioken Assault. We got a Super Kamehameha, which looks fucking glorious. Not sure what that little vial is. What is that? What do you guys think that is? That he grabs. What is the other thing, other than the Dragon Ball?
Never turns their back on a person in need. Right sidekick.
That was Piccolo, I guess, in the trailer, by the way. We actually see Tap doing a headbutt, which is pretty cool. And then right there, look at that. Our first look at a CAC using a sword.
Today begins the first chapter of our heroic saga.
That's awesome. That probably is just a cutscene for the story, but I'm assuming because, you know, our moveset will change via mentors and stuff. They confirmed that already. We'll be able to use a sword in our combos and things, right? That's a Yajirobe reference. I believe this is Tap that he's actually cutting the tail off of. I could be wrong about that, but I mean, Tap is the only, I mean, important Saiyan that we've seen with the tail so far. So yeah, that's just my assumption. But again, with the soul switch mechanic, I just want to talk about that real quick. This was, I mean, stated by Globku, is that the soul switch is optional. You can replace that with an awoken skill, right? So you don't have to use soul switch. I can see people, you know, using it and finding optimal ways of using the soul switch. So because it's optional, that's a good thing, right? The thing that's going to sell Xenoverse 3 more than anything is having complete customization for your personal preference, right? So I think that's what is going to be really big for this game, and I hope they are leaning more into customization over anything. Not just customization, but I'm talking about freedom to do what you want to do with how the game is going to play out. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. Comment down below. There's a lot of more information that I didn't get to go over because there's just so much, right? We'll go into a more detailed interview, talk about more important stuff coming for this game. We'll break down the actual gameplay again and talk about everything with it because there are lots of important gameplay changes. But I'm very excited for this game. It's looking pretty good, and I think we should wait to see how things play out. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet!